Welcome to Climbing Clouds. I am back in the studio room, so I'm really happy to get into a whole new year here. And I've started a reading. I literally just threw a card down and wanted to just go with the momentum. So here we are. First card that I'm drawing for this reading today, if you're connecting with this, is the Hierophant. So immediately there's a feeling of authority, a presence of taking command in an authoritative way, spiritually, but also with your sense of rituals in your life. And it might be a really good sense of having good boundaries too. But there's just a feeling of somebody trustworthy is what my first impression was when I was pulling this and kind of like, working this out in my mind. Yeah, so I see boundaries as something that you're mentally wanting to preserve. For the Creative Collective, if you are connecting with this message, that's who I'm reading this for. And let me just go back to saying thank you for Climbing Clouds. If you have been following me, I am a brand new channel. I'm still getting established, so I haven't been on very long. And the purpose of this channel is to help anybody who is creatively evolving amidst the humdrum of daily living, and you just want that extra emotional support with evolving on your creative path. And that can mean a million things. There's, everybody's got their own path that they're on. So however you choose to be creative in your life and what you are evolving, that's a personal perspective, but that's what this channel is here for. So we have here, oh, this is nice. I've got the Empress coming in, and I see the embodiment of Empress and Hierophant here, and then I have the King of Swords. So and I also have an upside down Emperor. So you might be dealing with, oh, and the Devil is here too. Yeah, so you might be dealing with having to deal with somebody who is trying to be maybe manipulative or strategizing with you. And it's funny because I was having not a conversation, but I had a message sent to me where I was, in my mind, I was like, I'm already gonna say no. I had something presented to me where I just didn't trust it, but we'll see. I'll try to keep an open mind. But here it is in the reading too. So yeah, so something hidden, the moon, and this is dealing with somebody that's coming in as a page, and upside down page of swords. So that's not a very trustworthy energy. Something's a little bit sly with it, is what I'm gathering. But you have the Ace of Pentacles here, and a sense of justice, which is really nice. So there is a sense of, and I think it has to do with this Hierophant energy. It's like a sense of the Empress, which is embodying your sense of abundance. There's a new beginning that you've cultivated from the way that you take authority in your own life. And probably with, this could also have to do with some of the people you surround yourself with, that you've taken the time to strategize having trustworthy people around you. And sometimes that can be a hard process. You might spend a lot of time alone until you can forge that type of trust with people, because that just is not really, and you can have a million friends, but it's always true that you usually only have a few that are truly have your back or are really close to you and close knit. So we have here the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. They're also reversed. Two of Pentacles. Juggling reversed. Juggling and the Page of Cups reversed. Another page, another young energy with emotional. I'm going to put that to the side for a little bit, and then I'll come back to it. Because I have here the Eight of Pentacles. So you're building something in your life that really means a lot to you, and it might have to do with your spiritual sense of authority in your own life. It might have to do with how you connect spiritually with your life and with the way that you make a living. And it's bringing you justice, because I sense that as with this Empress feeling, it's like things that are flowing to you on this subliminal, maybe you're having dreams too that are guiding you. You're having a sense of protection and guidance. And it's really good to trust this right now, because you're building something really important that is really solid for you. So there's a truth with this. There's like a sense of going after your own truth and moving forward with that. We've got the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. And with being true to yourself, I think this is also an extra veil of protection for you. If there is any sense of maliciousness or strategy with anybody in your life who might be trying to take advantage of your opportunities or take advantage of your decisions, you know, and how they, I mean, people can come at you in all sorts of ways where they just maybe have an agenda, is what I was trying to say. So if you feel like you're dealing with that with people in your family or people that you know or people around you at work, I'm just giving you scenarios, then I would say that trusting yourself and taking authority to be your own authority. You don't have to give that away to anybody just because they're approaching you in a manner of authority. Sometimes people come at you and, excuse me, sometimes when people have something to present where they might benefit, they can bring an energy of almost like expectation, where you feel if you don't honor that you're letting them down, or that you're just, that there might be something wrong with you. It's like, it's a tactic that you just want to guard against, that just because somebody has an agenda to do something for themselves doesn't mean you have to go along with it, because it doesn't mean that you are a bad person because you don't agree with them. Or I don't know, I'm just sensing that you're going to want to be really careful and choosy about who you give your time to, your energy, and your yeses and nos. You need to weigh them very seriously, as the Hierophant would, because as an Empress, you're pulling in what you need for your own abundance, and this has to do with protecting your stability, but also this chapter that you're walking into, this brand new chapter. I will post a link again for my flower resin jewelry. That's one of my new chapters that I'm working diligently on. So I have my Etsy shop up now, and I will make sure it's on the channel too. I have a lot of wonderful flower pieces that I work with healing stones and all sorts of different mediums to put my flowers into. So I do flower resin work, but I have these rings that have a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun flower statement rings, but a lot of other pieces too, where I use healing stones. This is a rosebud resined on with citrine. So I can customize. I wanted though to do for this channel, if you're listening, I just made these. This is a large moon pendant with resin and rosebuds and wildflowers. And I am going to be giving away one of these here on the channel. So all you need to do to be part of it is to like and subscribe and share. If you do all three of those things, and I know I can see that with followers, then I will put you in for the drawing for, and you can just maybe put the word resin, flower moon, or anything that has to do with rosebud moon. And if this is something that you would want, you can hang it in. You don't have to necessarily wear this. You can actually hang it up and just take it in the, in your car, in your window. It's really pretty as a giant pendant as well. Against maybe, I think a darker color would look nice with this. But it has, sensory wise, resin feels really good because it hardens and it becomes really smooth. And it has a hardening process where it turns basically into a really smooth, almost a plastics, but it's a very smooth plastic. So it's kind of a sensory piece too. Okay, so back to the reading. You're in your Four of Swords right now, which actually is a good place to be if you're dealing with any type of strategy around you. You want to be strategic too. If somebody is coming at you with a strategy in mind and an agenda, then you also need to be on guard. And I'm just bringing it up because it came up right before the reading, and so I'm counting it into the reading. It was just a naturalistic thing. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. You're really working toward your wish fulfillment right now, and putting this at the forefront of everything that you're doing on the daily basis. I think it's really important to getting back to having rituals for yourself on a daily level as well, which is part of that Hierophant and Empress energy together. Getting the strong message to bring that into this reading as well, because it also enforces your own stability. When you have a daily ritual, like if you, let's say you get up early so you can meditate, or you start, you get into your yoga or walking, or you go to the gym, or you have a special tea that you drink as a morning blend, whatever your ritual is for you. Maybe you listen to music, maybe you take a long salt bath. I don't know. Everybody has their own ritual. But as you do this and you are making that space, that sacred space daily for you, I think that it creates that space within your brain, within your body, within your life, and then emotionally, physically, mentally, and you're prepared for anything that is coming into that space in the unknowns. You're that much more protected. You're that much more at peace. Because you've created that sacred space to dwell within you, to bring that forth into then the daily challenges that we all face every day just by being alive. I mean, even if you stay in bed, you can have challenges. So let's move on to another deck. That's the beginning of the reading. I'm going to shuffle and start another deck though for going deeper into this message right now. I'm feeling compelled to do a little bit of sound bowl. This is from, this is an Egyptian bowl that I have. It actually has hieroglyphs on it. It's from Egypt. I found this, it's a vintage sound bowl. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's very grounding. So I'm just going to play it for a little bit. to be drawing from this deck. This is the Rosebud Tarot. I also will be doing a drawing for these jewelry plates that I make out of resin and flowers. I use leaves and paper stock. And the reason I brought it up just now, I grabbed my rose quartz off of it. You can use it to put your stones onto or your jewelry. Just have it nearby. A nice sensory tool. They feel great. They're layered and lacquered with flowers. This one has, instead of gold leaf, it has amethyst leaf and fern with some shiny sun and moon paper stock in there as well. Each one will be totally different. So all you have to do is like, share, and leave a message. Subscribe to the channel, which is free. And then share and definitely like. You have to do at least those 3 things. Leave a comment if you want to about if you want the plate or the moon, and I'll put you in, and I'm going to be sending these to somebody, so sending a version of these because I'll be making them by hand. I handcraft them, and each one is completely unique. So I will make you one of those and send them directly to you, which is really fun. I love getting stuff like that in the mail. It's exciting. Okay, let's see what wants to come out now. This is for the Creative Collective. What do we need to know and be guided with right now if we're tapping into this guidance? I always pray and, protect with the highest intention. I am not a religion. I do believe in God, but I don't expect anyone to take this channel as a religious. This for me is just a tool. It's a creative tool, like Jungian psychology. It's Jungian psychology based. It's like doing dream work, So everybody has the ability to tap in. This is nothing that separates. I'm just here for you creatively, because that's why I started this channel, is that I'm passionate about continuing to evolve as a creative thinker or a creative doer. And I just feel like our everyday world can sometimes suppress that energy, and we don't have a lot of support around us when sometimes you just need that extra support. I started listening to tarot channels when COVID began, and I've been reading cards since I was 12, and it just connected with me. So then I just thought, well, I'm gonna have a channel too. Actually, this seems like something worth pursuing, and here it is. So, okay, this wants to come through. This is the 8 of Water. Very profound card. Put it right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this is also about boundaries. It's emotional boundaries. It's walking away from anything that is toxic to you. You just don't make room for it, and you also don't put up with it. So you're shedding. You might be releasing right now. You might be cleaning out, spring cleaning. You might be taking time to be doing a lot of spiritual baths, salt cleanses, cleansing with Palo Santos. Those are all ways to support, maybe drinking cleansing teas, but also more importantly, shutting the door on toxic relationships. Okay, so this is a time where you are trusting your intuition. So here you are, the 2 of Air, She's blindfolded. And there's something in your life that you're really shedding. Death is Scorpio energy here. Something that you're letting go of. Nine of Earth. So this is what you're healing. You're healing how you take care of yourself. You're having a sense of freedom with your creative flow. There's a man on a motorcycle here, right? This is kind of a unique card. It's only in this deck, but it stands for the Knight of, it has a Knight of Wands energy about it. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And it's like you're taking off on your motorcycle. You're like taking your life into your own hands, like free rider, you know, with your creative energy. And maybe you're branching out on your own with your work in a way that you haven't done before. So it's giving you a lot of freedom. And this is what's bringing you healing on a really deep level too. The Star is here. So whatever that means to you, I say, go for it, because that's really exciting. And this could bring up a sense of fear or panic with people in your life. Sometimes when we give ourselves more freedom to go forward with creative projects, it triggers other people around you. So I do want to bring that up. Let's look into that right now. Yeah, and as soon as I said that, the hang up card, this card only is in this deck too. This is not a typical tarot card. It's the hang up, which would be, let's see, in a typical card, I believe it's Temperance. She's walking the tightrope though. You know, and like if she falls to her death. And you might feel like you're walking on a tightrope in your life right now with maybe taking risks with what you're doing. Ten of Fire and the Magician. It's a lot of fire right now. You might be burning yourself out. You might be burning the candle at both ends. And you're definitely tapped in though to your inner magician. You're able to pull resources out of your ass. That's what the magician does. So you might be able to create a lot of opportunities for yourself when you need it the most, like at the last minute. And that's a great energy to tap into right now for this going forward into your creative freedom. I think you need to have some of that gusto to do this. And you're very curious. Here's the curiosity of air. It's almost like a childlike curiosity that guides you to do what you're passionate about. So don't lose that fire. That's really important. I'm going to draw some clarifiers on this. What are some possible blocks to this process for us right now? Well, I see you still in the Empress energy. I want to pull further on this. Juggling. Okay, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you might be working 2 jobs to do what you love. That's highly possible, and that can be definitely a challenge. I know because I'm doing that. Okay, and then you've got the Knight of Swords here too. So you've got the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and then here's this card again, only that this time it's reversed. Seven of Cups, the Ten of Swords reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed. Standing your ground about something. The Seven of Wands. And then the Hierophant is back again. This just clarifies that you're being guided through this process. I'm having a hard time making sense of all this. Let me just take a moment to take this in. I'm going to pull in the mini crow deck to get some clarity on this. I feel like you might be making choices right now about what to give your energy to, and it could be causing a lot of obstacles for you. It could be causing a sense of chaos and indecision. The Nine of Wands reversed. So you're coming out of your anxiety period, which is great. I felt that I have been in a lot of anxiety lately for the last 2 months, personally, just from personal events and the way they were unfolding. Oh my gosh, I got the Hierophant card again. That's crazy. That keeps coming through. And here's a sense of victory, though. Everything's going to work out. This is a card that stands for victory. It's the Six of Wands. And then I have Temperance here, too, which I had just said. That card reminds me of Temperance. And that's the head and the heart balancing. It's ruled by Sagittarius, so it's a very fire-driven card. And you're coming out of being stuck in your head about a lot of things, because a lot of times when things are up in the air and you don't know what's going on and you have a lot of decisions to make and there is a lot of unknowns, it's really normal, no matter how much you're tapped in with your manifest thinking and positive whatever and all your good vibes and juju, and you go in and pray and whatever you do to make yourself calm. When you have a lot of unknowns, you're stressed out, and it doesn't matter what your stress, your body doesn't know the difference between good stress and bad stress. And with the unknowns, you're just going to automatically have a sense of stress and anxiety. The good news is that you are balancing this out. You're not getting stuck in your head. You're taking the time to ground yourself. And that's what those rituals will also help you with. Taking time to nurture yourself, to nurture your goals, to actually do what it is that you're passionate about, regardless of the unknowns, can give you a lot of stability and peace of mind. We have here the Nine of Pentacles again, which is all about taking care of yourself. That's all that card is about. And you've got your emotional self, the King of Cups. I see this as you being emotionally available to yourself in a really grounded way, which is really wonderful. So keep doing that. I'm just going to draw one more card too. I'm going to draw an oracle type card to wrap up the reading. I have these really beautiful cards that they're flower, almost like personality cards. They're not tarot. I don't know what they are. They're an oracle deck, but I just feel like drawing one of these to wrap up the reading. The Jester. Huh. Okay, so take time to laugh at yourself, to have fun. Take time to have fun. And there's a really pretty red rose on it. I like that. Let's draw a couple more. The Gardener and the Sage. Wow, that's so beautiful. This is kind of like the 3 stages of life. We've got infancy and childhood. I see this as the Fool card, like a sense of eternal happiness, your inner child, the Jester. And then we have the Gardener. So you're taking action, you're building, you're putting your hands in the earth, you are grounding yourself, you're doing the work. Do the work, okay? You have to do your work, or nothing's gonna happen. You can't just sit around and wish for things to happen. And then we have the Sage right here. That's wonderful. That's your wisdom. And there are all these beautiful roses. Okay, so take the time to give yourself, to love yourself properly. Thank you for climbing clouds. Always be true to you.